A light fighter acquired by Egypt with missiles designed to take down the F-35 stealth fighter, an aerial deterrent weapon that has sparked a conflict with the Israeli Defense Forces using Chinese tactics never before seen in the West. What is the story of this amazing aircraft that described by China as a mighty dragon, and what is the deadly missile it carries under its wings? Many secrets and details will be revealed to you, dear viewer, in this video. Stay tuned. Why is the IDF afraid of the J-10 Dragon fighter? What Netanyahu fears most about Egypt's acquisition of the J-10 fighter is that it is equipped with an advanced active ESA radar that can track 6 to 8 targets and engage 4 of them at a combat range unknown to Israel, especially since information about this radar is scarce. The Chinese fighter is also equipped with a set of IRS infrared tracking sensors, new jamming and electronic warfare systems, missile warning system, radar warning receiver, INS and GPS navigation system. The J-10 Eagle is armed with an integrated Gryazev Shipunov GSH-23 machine gun for close combat missions. It has 11 rigid mounting points under its fuselage, which can carry up to 7,000 kilograms, including fuel and ammunition. The most dangerous munition acquired by Egypt is the PL-15 air-to-air missile with an estimated BVR engagement range of 200 and 300 kilometers at a maximum speed between 3 to 5 Mach. It's almost identical to the deadly Russian version of the S-77 and R-27 air-to-air missiles. The Chinese J-10's payload also includes anti-ship and anti-radar missiles, and cruise missiles and cluster bombs, all of which are guided by satellites and lasers and achieve high accuracy. The Israeli news website Naziv has said that one of the strategic lessons learned by the Egyptian army after the Yom Kippur War, the Hebrew name for the 6 October 1973 war, was the Egyptian army's decision to establish an offensive arm, whether in fighting the Israeli Air Force or in its efforts to contribute to the overall war effort by hitting targets deep inside Israeli territory. The Egyptian army's decision was to create a long-range strategic offensive arm that would enable Egypt, in its next war against Israel, to hit strategic targets deep inside the entity. Egypt has also realized that if it wants to reach a strike range in Israeli territory, its air force must first overcome Israel's long-range air-to-air missiles, which do not allow its planes to approach the strike range. The Hebrew website added, to accomplish this task, Egypt has been working for many years to acquire long-range air-to-air missiles. The report noted that all of Egypt's requests to France to supply it with such missiles have been met with Israeli pressure, resulting in Egypt's failure to obtain such missiles from Paris. Egypt is now turning to China for the weapons it desperately needs. The Hebrew website pointed out that it is important to emphasize that Israeli air-to-air missiles, some of which are locally manufactured, are far superior in quality and range to the Chinese missiles provided to Egypt. The Hebrew report explained that Egypt wants to obtain these advanced missiles even though it does not have much money to buy them from China, which are only suitable for Chinese fighter jets, and therefore Egypt is trying to obtain the necessary licenses and knowledge to manufacture these missiles on its territory in exchange for giving the Chinese army a permanent base on its territory to achieve China's strategic goals. The website stressed that Egypt is working hard to improve its air capabilities through a possible agreement with China to obtain modern air-to-air missiles, which has already happened. Depth look at J-10 Dragon. The J-10's fuselage are made of metal alloys and composites to keep the fighter light. It has also been coated with radar-absorbing materials to significantly reduce the radar cross-section. It is equipped with delta wings, with 2 small canards near the nose to improve lift and maneuverability, similar to the French Typhoon and Rafale twin-engine fighters. The length of the fuselage is about 16.43 meters. The distance between the wings is 9.75 meters, and the height is 5.43 meters, with empty weight 9,750 kilogram, and the maximum takeoff weight is 19 tons. The J-10 is operated by a crew of 1 pilot and is powered by a Chinese WS-10B Taiheng engine, which is also used in the large stealth fighter J-20. The engine gives the powerful Dragon fighter a maximum speed of 2.1 Mach at an altitude of 18,000 meters and a range of 3,200 kilometers. The Chinese fighter can change altitude at a rate of up to 300 meters per second, almost as fast as the French Rafale fighter. Advantages and the dark side of J-10 fighter. The Chinese aircraft has new data links and improved electronic warfare systems, with increased use of carbon materials in the Chinese fuselage, and is covered in silver grey panels that make it less visible to the naked eye and electromagnetic devices, giving it a superior combat capability. Justin Pronk, a researcher at the Royal Institute for Defence and Security Studies, said, "The powerful Dragon fighter, while not perfect, has a lightweight structure and a strong thrust ratio that gives it extremely high flexibility in air operations and low-speed maneuvering. The modifications to the fighter indicate not only increased maneuverability, but also an attempt to give its engine nozzle stealth characteristics, such as sawtooth edges around the engine nozzle, similar to those used by other stealth aircraft such as the F-35 and F-22. It also has an intake system that allows air to flow away from the aircraft's engine, reducing the fighter's radar cross-section. The main problem that plagued the Chinese J-10 was that it was powered by a Chinese-made WS-10 turbofan engine, which suffered many performance problems in the first version and may not be as reliable as the Russian Saturn AL-31 engines. But it generates the same amount of thrust, knowing that the Chinese are investing heavily in aircraft engine development to avoid this shortcoming. The remarkable emergence of the J-10 Eagle fighter prompted the United States to make an urgent decision to reproduce a new, improved version of the iconic American F-16, the de facto counterpart to the Chinese J-10. However, the Chinese aircraft appears to have several shortcomings and has failed to win export contracts beyond Pakistan and Egypt. The J-10 crashed at least 8 times between 2014 and 2018, with one incident killing one of China's first fighter pilots, according to the Euro-Asian Times. Despite the development of the Chinese J-10, which has led some to believe it is superior to the F-16, it remains a minor development that is not worth sacrificing the F-16's history and reliability. Operational history. An advanced multi-mission, agile and low-cost fourth-generation fighter that exemplifies Chinese patience, it began as an idea in 1981 and was developed until it entered service in 2006. The first indigenous Chinese design to rival Western and Russian fourth-generation fighters, it is believed to have been originally based on the Israeli Lovey project, except that it is considerably longer and heavier and has wings of a different size. Work on the J-10 began in January 1988 when the Chinese government commissioned the Chengdu Aircraft Institute to design and build the fighter under the supervision of Song Wenkong as chief designer and Xu Shisu as chief engineer. Originally designed as a specialized ground bomber, the aircraft was modified to become a multi-mission aircraft capable of both air combat and ground attack. It first flew for 20 minutes in March 1998, with powered by a Soviet Saturn AL-31 engine. This light fighter is the backbone of the Chinese Air Force and is the largest light fighter in the world. At the end of the video, dear viewer, do you think the Egyptian J-10 fighter with PL-15 missiles is capable of shooting down the Israeli F-35 Adir? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to support us by subscribing to the channel and liking the video. Thanks for watching.